Yellows, everybody, and welcome in to the only 5 golden secrets you will ever need to know about money. If you know these secrets, understand these secrets, own these secrets, memorize these secrets, remember these secrets, you will always know what to do next for money. Please join your palms together as we invoke the presence and blessings of our ascended masters, spirit guides, angels, ancestral guides, family blessings, permissions, as well as Lord Krishna, Lord Balaji, Lakshmi Ma, Lord Jupiter, Lord Saturn. Say with me 5 times, Shreem Balaji, Shreem Balaji, Shreem Balaji, Shreem Balaji, Shreem Balaji. Shreem is the seed sound for Lakshmi Ma, and Balaji is one of the wealthiest gods in the world. He is a incarnation of Lord Vishnu, who is the husband of Lakshmi Ma. Today is Wednesday in India, and therefore we invoke Lord Vishnu on this particular day. Both Lord Krishna and Lord Balaji are his incarnations. It is said that so was Lord Buddha. So 3 times, let us also give Jupiter's decree to open up all possibilities in our lives, which is, I am willing, I am willing, I am willing. Open your palms, have some turbocharged water. I trust everybody knows what turbocharged water is. This is water in which you have said the sentence, yes, I am healthier and wealthier now. I am healthier and wealthier now. I am healthier and wealthier now. Are we ready, people? Number 1 secret. Sorry, one moment. Number 1 secret. And for anybody who's done money work with me over the last few years, would have heard me say this over and over again, which is money loves action. It need not be the job that you are doing at your job, in your office. Even if you go for a walk, it will do something for your money flows. If you change the furniture placement in your house, it will do something. If you make a new friend, it will do something. Money loves action, and money does not distinguish what kind of action, which is why a thief can take action to rob, and well, he may be successful. He may not also be, because the results are never in our hand, but money does not distinguish from action. Let me give you another word for action. And the other word for action is work. And what is the other word with work? It's work out. When you start working out, something will open up with money. Working out, doing, giving, letting go, releasing, all of these are forms of action. However you take them, whatever you do, you will have either money itself or a money message. I am taking it for granted that everybody knows what a money message is. Does everybody know what a money message is? And I'm in silence because I'm just looking for the comment on the group. What is a money message, my darlings? And why should you look out for a money message? Like, we're working around money, right? So let me just pay attention to the money, like how much is coming or how much is going. Why should I pay attention to a money message? What is a money message? Katie says no, she does not know what a money message is. All right. Katie, because I'm not being able to see the other messages and posts, especially for you, my darling, this is what a money message is. A money message is like mail from money. So either you will have the message of what the block is with money, or you will have the message that you are on the right path and that money is coming. There can be only two messages, right? That either I am not coming because of so and so and so, or I'm on my way, keep doing what you're doing. Money messages can take place with seeing rainbows, roses, squirrels, four-leaf clovers, getting refunds, gifts, savings, discounts, compliments, because compliments carry the same energy as money. Praise, acknowledgement, validation, all of these are very wealthy energies. Tax refunds, stock market going up, all of these are messages from money that says, I am with you, I am on my way to you, I want you to have more of me. Conversely, you could have a reaction in the body that makes you feel anxious, that makes you feel angry, that makes you feel sad. You could have bills go up instead of the positive money messages coming up. It's still a money message. When bills go up, it's a message that your giving is blocked. And therefore, the universe is forcing you to do some giving. There are only two flows in the flow of life. There is the giving and there is the receiving. Of course, we want to receive money, but you get, you give. You give, you get. There is a circulation that takes place in the giving and the getting. If you're only working on the getting and your giving is blocked, the universe will open it up for you. Whatever the message, whether there is an emotional block or whether there is a mental block, maybe you do the very simple money work with the decrees. And by the way, one of the simplest money works to do is this. 3 times, just say this, tell me how it makes you feel. Money flows, more money flows, unlocked. More money flows, unlocked. More money flows, unlocked. How did it make you feel? Did a part of you shrivel and contract, or did a part of you start breathing easier? And while you tell me how that made you feel, because your immediate reaction to a decree, and I'm also taking it for granted that everybody is familiar with the decrees, that when you give a decree, the immediate reaction and response also lets you know something. Katie says, since I've been doing the decree, some of my bank accounts have been hacked into and I worked with a scammer, thinking it was an employee from the fraud department. Is this some sort of message? Katie, did you post this on the Telegram group? Because if you did, I had replied to it. Can you remind me if you had posted this on the group? Because when you say something so big, this is a huge message. And I remember explaining what this message is and what it means to you, if at all you're the one who posted this on the Telegram group. And if that was you, I want you to go back to my message. I want you to read that message. Because if you're saying the same thing again, and it is the same person, it means you haven't read the explanation and the message that has taken place in this particular experience. Sri Luan says, fluttering feeling in the stomach. Fluttering feeling in the stomach can happen because of anxiety, can also happen because of excitement. Sri Luan, I feel like it's anxiety, meaning anxiety is what is in the way of more money flows. Now let us say some of y'all had an immediate reaction as a thought, which is, I don't believe it could be so simple. I don't believe it could be so simple telling you that a belief system is one of the blocks to money. And Katie says, I didn't. All right, Katie, then I'm going to tell you what it is. The thing with bank accounts being hacked into, working with scammers, these are unhealthy boundaries. These are about feeling unsafe and unprotected in the world. These are also about not using your awareness to make and evaluate decisions and judgments and choices. So unhealthy boundaries, you can leave now. Because when we have unhealthy boundaries, it's very easy to get ambushed. Whether we get ambushed verbally, whether we get ambushed physically, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now. Whether we get ambushed financially, it's telling us there is some unhealthy boundary in place. When we also get scammed, thinking about working with somebody because we trust them, I've seen that with scamsters, there is invariably very early on some red signal and red flag, which we may not have picked up on or picked up on and overlooked in our desire that we get what the scammer might be promising us. So more awareness around money and choices is what is required. Katie, I'm so glad that was not you on the group, because I was all about to get demanding and strict and send you right back to that group and say, look at everything that I have written. Katie, now that this has happened, how is that making you feel? Obviously not good, right? Feel frightened, feel scared, maybe even scared to give another decree. Maybe even blaming the decrees. How is your response to having worked with the decrees? Let's take a look at that. Nishi is breathing easier after having said more money flows unlocked, which meant somewhere she was holding her breath. Holding our breath means that's the part we tighten. When we tighten, we close off. But in giving the decree, that part of her is willing to be open. And that's the next decree that we're going to go for. More money flows opened. 3 times. More money flows opened. More money flows opened. How does it make you feel now? Neetu says, I'm great. Susan says, felt an expansion in my heart chakra instead of as before a tension. Superb. Superb. You want that sense of the unlocking and the opening. I'm going to give you the next set. More money flows, flowing. More money flows, flowing. More money flows, flowing. How does this make you feel? And stay with me while I go through everybody else's responses, even as you are processing what comes up for you. Sanji took a deep breath. She felt great. Gwen's breathing easier. Ramlin said felt more open and in the flow. For Vandana, the heart chakra contracted. Contractions are always about fear. Contractions are the same energy as spasms and cramps. This is fear. So somewhere Vandana knows now, because she got the message, that there is some fear of having more money. Vandana, you know what you have to say next? Fear of having more money, you can leave now. Fear of money, you can leave now. Fear of more money, you can leave now. 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 Manisha is feeling lighter. Anita is feeling relieved. Rita is yawning. And Katie says the decrees feel hopeful. Superb. Superb. I'm so sorry, my darling, that you had to have that kind of message. But I have no doubt that you will pay attention to the message, because this is what we want. You know, with the decrees set up a communication within us and within the universe. So there's something inside us that will let us know something. There's something outside of us that will let us know something. Sri Luvan says pain at the lower back. Pain at the lower back is invariably linked to financial insecurity. So Sri Luvan, I would like you to say 10 times, financial insecurities, you can leave now, and then check your pain. Where the insecurity is not allowing more money flows to flow. More money flows, unlocked, opened, flowing. More money flows, unlocked, opened, flowing. More money flows, unlocked, opened, flowing. How did this make you feel? And again, silence is as I let you process, let you have your water, and let you share on the group what it is that's showing up for you. More money flows, unlocked, opened, flowing. Ross says excited. Gwen says feel releasing blocks. Nice. Ashi says, I saw Lakshmi and gold coins raining in the background. Beautiful. Kala says, feeling like doors are opened. Sanji is really relaxed. And Vandana says, felt like door opened. Rita is yawning. Some more. For Renik, there's some relief. For Alice, there's also the breathing freely. But for Renita, there is a heavy head. Renita, heavy heads come from unexpressed anger and unacknowledged trauma. So unacknowledged trauma, you can leave now. Heavy head, you can leave now. Unexpressed anger, you can leave now. Immediately, it tells you that heaviness is in the way of the lightness of money. Like money makes us feel good, right? When it comes, we feel lighter, we feel happier, we feel gladder, right? And if depending on the amount of money that's come, it makes us feel like singing and dancing and putting our hands up in the air and saying, yay! Right? Always a lightness to the receiving of money. So heaviness, which is the opposite of lightness, all the ways that there is heaviness in the way of money, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now. All the ways that this heaviness has become a stuckness and a blockedness, you can leave now, 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 you can leave now. All the ways that this heaviness has become a stuckness, blockedness, jamness, damness, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now. You can leave now. You can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now. Gino says feeling super angry. You wonder why, right? Because the money reveals to you, the decree reveals to you what is the block to money. Anger is not a blocker, it's a stopper. Trauma is not a blocker, it's a stopper. Ill health is not a blocker, it's a stopper. Trauma, anger, ill health, all of these take up a lot of energies to be healed in the body. And therefore the body's energies and bandwidth are completely used up. So there's none left over to manifest and attract lighter energies. Roz is excited. Oh, I mentioned that. Okay. Anita is also feeling happy, feeling lighter. Superb. Superb. By the way, my darling, this is the one secret to manifestation. You can manifest anything when you are happy, lighter, gladder, positive. Basically 5D vibration. If you're feeling lighter already, I'm going to give you a minute. Think about what kind of monies you would like to attract. Think of that money and say, let us say it is $10,000. Let us say it is 100,000 rupees. Mention the amount of money in the currency and say, you can come into my bank account now. You can flow into my bank account now. You can show up in my bank account now. You can happen in my bank account now. And in that lightness, visualize monies just entering into your bank account. However you visualize your bank account, maybe you see it as an account, maybe you see it as a web page. See the monies just flowing in. See the numbers on your bank account going up. You know how you have cash registers and when it's popping, like the numbers just keep multiplying? Start seeing the numbers multiplying in your bank account. You don't even have to identify the numbers, just see the numbers going up. See the zeros being added at the end. And thank you so much, Nishi, for helping everybody else who is not being able to find the post. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For those of you all who will catch this on the replay, this is the post on Facebook under which we are chatting. All right, my darlings. Are you ready for the secret to the secret of action? Number one, money loves action. Action is work, working out, giving, doing, sharing, letting go, releasing. All of these are forms of action. And Ramlan says, flowing is so beautiful to me, like river flowing. Love it. Yeah, I love flowing. Flowing, flowing, flow, flowing, 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 flow, 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 flowing, 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 flowing. And Neelima says, my friend sent me a picture of a rainbow. Isn't that incredible? On the call, she's gotten a message that what she's doing is correct. Stay on this path. Money is on the way to her. Isn't this amazing? How cool. How cool. But the secret to the action that money loves is this. All action is limited, right? You can't keep running forever. You can't keep working forever. You can't keep sleeping forever. You can't keep brushing your teeth forever. And therefore, all action has limited results. Because the action is limited, the result of the action is also limited. Which is why you get up the next day, you go back to the gym. You get up the next day, you brush your teeth again. You take your shower again. You make that phone call again. You return to getting online for your job again. The meaning of there being limits to an action means the result starts plateauing. Everybody has heard of the sentence, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It's because they have not understood that action has limited results. What does that mean? It means that action must continuously be renewed and renewed. Let us say, like I said, one of my favorite examples for action is a 20-minute walk. Now, let us say you've been going for a 20-minute walk for some months now. So you will say, but Nidhu, I'm going for this 20-minute walk. Where's my money? Well, the money would have come when you started and would have continued to come for a while. And then you would have needed to add something to your 20-minute walk. Whether your 20-minute walk has now become a 20-minute jog, or whether your 20-minute walk now has an addition of 10 minutes of skipping, or your 20-minute walk now has tummy crunches. You're walking for 20 minutes and you've added tummy crunches. Every time you renew and anew an action, something will happen. What is the one action you can do today to change what is not working and enhance what is working? Think about that for a moment. And by the way, even though this particular day, which is the third day after the new moon, which is a potent prosperity day, such a fabulous day to make intentions, write down your intentions, because what you write down increases its chances of manifestation by 47%. Great day to implement action on new behaviors. Maybe you need to start waking up 15 minutes earlier. You know it, but you've not been able to do it. You begin, you make the intention, you write it down. I now wake up 15 minutes earlier. I guarantee you it will be so much easier over the next few days for you to do this. Oh, Nishi, thank you so much. Yes. And by the way, that particular flowing poster that Nishi has put up, that's also our display picture on our Telegram group, my home group called Heal Yourself in Seconds. Because this is what you want. This is the principle of the work that we're doing. Flowing, 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 flowing. Take a look again at your lives, my darlings. What is the one thing you are just doing over and over and over again and expecting different results? Can you please let this go now? And you say yes. Will you please let this go now? And you say yes. Can you remove your attachment to doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results now? And you say yes. Will you remove your attachment to this behavior? And you say yes. Can you remove the point of origin of this behavior? Yes. Will you remove the point of origin of this behavior? Yes. And say with me, thank you so much for releasing, letting go of this mad behavior of doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results has left the building now. Gone, all gone. Going to give you a few more seconds, my darlings. Quickly think of that action. That action that you need to either enhance or the action that you need to stop and bring in a new action in its place. And then, of course, have some water as we get to the next big golden secret. And okay, let me give you your 10 seconds first. Golden secret number 2. We only get as much as we can handle. Does this make sense to you? Can you feel the truth of this? Dipali says no. Anita says yes. Anita, tell us a little bit more. How does it make sense to you? Dipali, tell me, how does it not make sense to you? What have you understood from this sentence? We only get as much as we can handle. And Dilly says, I received this slide from my friend. So cute, isn't it? It's amazing. Isn't this a Pokemon? One of the Pokemons? I know this cat. And many thanks to Shilpa, because of whom we are also going to get notes on this call. Shilpa, would you also make sure that we have got these particular images that have been shared on the group so we can put it down when somebody is on the replay and they're listening, they know what I am addressing. And Gino says, lots of energy coming out. Gwen says, knowing that action was limited was actually relieving for me. Action is calls. Yes. Thank you so much, Vandana ji. Vandana, for Balaji's feet over here. I know that this is actually a GIF and a video. I'm not sure that it will play on Facebook, but this is amazing. Swati says, changing the position of my computer table would be my change for the day. Fantastic. Susan is going to start her day with the sun salutation, yoga asana. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Be careful with the Surya Namaskars. If you have any kind of adrenal fatigue or exhaustion in the body, be very gentle, do only one. And Dipali, did you tell us why this is not making sense to you, the golden secret number 2? And Anita, would you tell me why it's making sense to you? Or have you all posted and my page is not showing it yet? Let me refresh my page. And Sanji says, makes sense. That's why so many lottery winners lose it all so soon. They really can't handle so much. Yes, absolutely. Ross says we put a cap on our flow. Yes, we do. For Gwen, it makes sense as well. Renik is going to finish her website update, and yes to that. What if you have all the support systems and resources you need to make it happen? Kulpreet says, very true. Rennie says we only get as much as we can handle. If we have too much, we go into fear, overspending, not being aware of how we are handling our money. And Dipali says, I mean, it is not fair. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me tell you why this takes place. One, because there are 3 parts of us that send out messages of how much we can handle. There is the conscious part of us that loves and is excited and enjoys working on manifesting $1 billion. Right? Everybody? $1 billion? Yes? $1 billion money flows unlocked. Billion dollar money flows flowing. Billion dollar money flows opened. We love it. We love these big numbers. And that's our conscious mind. And then there is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the sum total, carries the sum total of all the experiences, emotional charges, and behaviors that we have learned over years around money. And then there is the unconscious. And the unconscious carries all the experiences, emotional charges, and belief systems around money from our family, our past lives, our ancestors. These three parts of us, the conscious, subconscious, unconscious, are constantly in communication with the universe. So your mind is saying $1 billion. Subconscious is saying, I have no clue what that even means. How many zeros in $1 billion? People, how many zeros? I can't even fathom. I can't even understand this amount of money. Unconscious is saying, I do not relate to this at all. The amount that we can handle, and by the way, this is true for everything in life. Pain, love, happiness, sorrow, grief, we are only given as much as we can handle. Not able to handle big sums of monies, you can leave now. I don't know how to handle big sums of monies, you can leave now. I don't want to handle big sums of monies, you can leave now. The last time I had big sums of monies, disasters took place, you can leave now. I cannot relate to big sums of monies, you can leave now. I don't believe that I am worthy of big sums of monies, you can leave now. I don't believe that I deserve big sums of monies, you can leave now. I can't handle all the responsibilities, expectations, judgments, and hard work that come with big amounts of monies, you can leave now. I don't know how to handle big monies, you can leave now. I cannot handle big monies, you can leave now. You can all leave now, you can all leave now, you can all leave now, you can all leave now. You can all leave now. You can all leave now, you can all leave now, you can all leave now, you can all leave now. You can all leave now. You can all leave now, you can all leave now, you can all leave now, you can all leave now. You can all leave now. I'm going to give you the secret of the not being able to handle or being able to handle. And the secret to handling is the amount that we feel safest with. There's nothing bigger than safety for us, for the mind, for our emotions, for our body. Everything is secondary to safety. The things we can handle are the things we feel safest with. The things that we can't handle are the things that we feel least safest with, even if it's goodness, even if it's positivity, even if it's confidence, even if it's our own knowing, our gifts, our clairs, our intuitions, our psychic senses. Whatever we can handle is what we feel safe with. I'm not safe with large amounts of money. You can leave now. Others are not safe around me. If I have large amounts of money, you can leave now. It is not safe for me to have large amounts of money. You can leave now. I will lose my family if I have large amounts of money. You can leave now. Family and safety are like intricately and intimately linked. We learn our definitions of safety in the family. It's not safe for me to have large sums of money. You can leave now. I feel unsafe and unprotected with large sums of money. You can leave now. I don't feel safe. I cannot handle large sums of money. You can leave now. And thank you so much, Sumati. And Sumati gave me 9 zeros for $1 billion. And in some parts of the world, it's 12 zeros. But thank you, Sumati. 9 would be correct. Samra is falling asleep, and that's absolutely fine, my love. All of this may be too much change for the mind right now. We fall asleep when the mind needs to be shut down and we need to be taken out of our own way. So please stay connected to the call. Go off to sleep. No problem. How are you feeling after these decrees? And Renita says, we only get as much as we can handle means the universe is an amazing, yes, it is an amazing. It knows the need of each and every one and gives us what we need without hesitation. This is what I feel. You're absolutely correct, Renita. The universe is a echo. It is constantly echoing to us how we are vibrating. Because we are not fully familiar with how the subconscious mind behaves or how the unconscious mind behaves, we're only focused on what the conscious mind is behaving. We can feel like it's the universe's fault that the universe is not giving us more. I'm doing so much work, why is it not happening? Well, number one, have you paid attention to the message that comes after you give the decree? Does it make you feel angry? Does it make you feel anxious? Do you suddenly have a fight in the family after you have given a money decree? That's also a money message, that there are fights in the family that are in the way. Gino says, I'm feeling like I haven't slept for years and tired. Please close your eyes, Ma. Please close your eyes. Thank you so much, Nishi, for that table. Thank you. And then Gina also says, yawning like I'm awake since 5 years. Katie says, I was abused by my parents as a child and haven't felt safe my whole life. I need to shift this using the decrees. Absolutely. When we are not safe, my darlings, unhealthy boundaries. Because when we are not safe, we become easy prey to predators. When we are not safe, we don't have that fence and wall of protection around us. And so scamsters can come in, liars and cheaters can come in. Users, con men, con women, they can come in. Unsafe, you can leave now. Unsafe, you can leave now. Unsafe and unprotected, you can leave now. Stored, unsafe, you can leave now. Stored, unprotected, you can leave now. Abuse, you can leave now. Stored abuse, you can leave now. Stored trauma, you can leave now. Stored reactions to these traumas, you can leave now. Close your eyes, everybody, but just have some water first. Safe, 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 safer and 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 safe, 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 safer and 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 protected. Protection, protected, protected, protection, protected, protection, protected, protection, 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 and protected, and protected, and protected, and protected, and protected, and safer, and protected, and protection, and safer, and protected, 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 and safest and most protected. Gina, stay connected to the call, but close your eyes, my girl. Please don't push yourself. Nishi says, feel like I've been hugged with the safer and protected decrees. And Linda says, can I repeat the decrees silently in my mind? Yes, most certainly. Ross says, I'm learning to say I can handle great sums of monies from now on. Big money confidence increase now. Beautiful. Go for it. Susan says, I feel love and joy. Kulpreet's stress is releasing. Teresa says, relationships aren't good with the family at the moment. Mother isn't talking to me due to bullying from sister. Father is withdrawn and mostly absent. And how does that make you feel, Teresa? And Amog gave us an example of how we could feel unsafe with large sums of money, which is people would envy me if I have large sums of money. You can leave now. You see? So not safe, then how can you handle so much money? Because everything begins with safety. Everything. Whether you are looking for your dream body, whether you're looking for your dream bank balance, whether you're looking for your dream partner, whether you're looking for your dream relationship with the universe and God, everything begins with safety. What we feel safe with is what we can handle. What we can handle is what we feel safe with. So every day, to be able to say safer, 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 protected, protected, safer, and safer, and safer, and protected, and protected, and protected will organically start increasing your abilities to handle more good in your life. Because the bad, we're all handling. We don't need any more abilities to handle the nonsense and the rubbish. What we want is to feel safe with the change of habit, the change in letting go of what is not working and continuing what is working. And that brings me to number 3. Money never comes when you wait for it. And this, my darlings, has been one entire call that I have done on this, on just how waiting is a block. The truth of this, you can see in your own life. Has the money come when you waited for it? Are you waiting for money? How long have you been waiting for money? Is it showing any signs of coming up? Is the universe saying, okay, maybe it will come tomorrow, maybe it will come day after? Your partners are saying, money could come. Your sales team is saying, it will happen, it will happen. How long have you been waiting? Some amount of waiting is normal. Some amount of waiting means half a day, couple of days, 3 days. That's it. If your waiting has gone on longer than that, unless you already know a deadline. So for example, let us say that you are posted on another continent and you know that you're going to come back home after your contract is over after a year. If you have a deadline on the waiting, like you're waiting to come back home, but you know that it will take a year, that's fine. That's not a block. It's when you're just waiting in this void of waiting, in this infinite expanse of waiting. And that's when it's a huge block. Money does not come when you wait for it. Return to golden secret number 1, please. In the waiting, either then we're just going to be waiting. And remember, all action has limited results. So we could be continuing to do what we have been doing and expecting different results, which, as we also know, is the definition of insanity. 2, not taking action required for the money to come. That's what we do in the waiting, right? Because we're just waiting. For us, waiting becomes the action. How many of you are waiting? And can you let this go now? You say yes. Will you let this go now? Yes. Can you remove your attachment to this waiting? Yes. Will you remove your attachment to this waiting? Yes. Can you remove the point of origin of this waiting? Yes. Will you remove the point of origin of this waiting? Yes. Say with me, thank you so much for releasing the procrastinating, insane behavior of waiting and waiting and waiting. Waiting has left the building now. Waiting, gone, all gone. Katie says, I started crying as you started saying safe, then felt lighter and lighter with the word safe echoing in my head. Now feel exhausted, but relaxed. I'm glad, my girl. I'm glad. And for all of us who could respond to the safety and the protection, please, arms wide open, cross over, and give yourself a nice hug. Like, give yourself a hug. You know how when you hug somebody really tight, you start moving from side to side? So you hug yourself and just move a little bit side to side. Safer and safer and protected and loved and safer and accepted and loved and appreciated and valued and important and priority and safer and safer and safer and protected and loved and hugged and hugged and hugged and held and held and held. Have some water. Please raise your right hand up. Please place your left palm facing down like you are placing it on the Gita or the Bible or on earth. And please say, I solemnly swear to release this habit of waiting and take charge of my life now. Awesome. Money golden secret number 4. If you do it for the money, you will pay a price. One of my favorite books on money has been Margaret Lynch's Tapping into Wealth. It's a wonderful book. It's the place where I also understood the categories of money: revenue, earnings, savings, debt. And she, in her book, spoke about the concept of toxic money. And toxic money is money that you get while paying a price. Like staying in a relationship that's negative and unhealthy, that's making you lose your health because there is financial security. Because maybe this relationship gives you a roof over your head. Maybe this person even gives you money, like pocket money at the end of the month. Maybe the presence of this person means that you are not alone in the world. For whatever reason, when you stay in an unhealthy place, whether it's a relationship, house, family, job, city, because there is money involved, you will pay a price with your health, with your well-being, with your sanity, as well as never be able to have the amount of monies you would like to have. And I know that what I'm saying is really harsh, my darlings, because for some of us, it's very difficult to take a look at the possibility that we quit this toxic job, or we quit this toxic person, or we quit this toxic relationship, or we quit this toxic family. It's really hard to take a look at it. The one time I brought this up, she was a young girl, and she was working to become a model and beautiful. She's just absolutely stunning girl, but dependent on her family for money. Like every 2 weeks, it was the weeping, the trauma, the drama. My father's not giving me the money. He's not sending it to me. My mother's asking me, what am I doing with the money that's coming? When am I going to get a proper job? And when I introduced the concept of toxic money, it was so frightening for her that she said, I would just rather stay like this. At least I know I'll get the money if I cry enough. This is not a space you want to be in. This is not a space of $1 billion or a successful business or having your own enterprise. If you do it for the money, you will pay a price. Often I will have somebody say, I'm going to be taking on this Tupperware work. You can do so well in it. You can make so much money, and you're your own boss. But are you doing it for the money? For sure, because you have taken a new action, you will get some money in the beginning, guaranteed. But it will peter out. And because you're doing it for the money and not for the job itself, not for the joy of the work itself, not for the contribution of the service itself, we will not be able to renew and anew that action. It will peter out. And then if we force ourselves to do it, the price that we will pay in our joy and happiness, it is not worth it, my darlings. For those of y'all in such places and situations, I would like you to just do this particular decree. I don't know how to leave this toxic situation. You can leave now. I don't have the strength to leave this toxic situation. You can leave now. I don't have the confidence to leave this toxic situation. You can leave now. I don't have the resources to leave this toxic situation. You can leave now. I don't have the support to leave this toxic situation. You can leave now. The thing with the universe is that you only have to be willing. If you are willing to at least start moving out of this particular environment, you will see change. I am willing, I am willing, I am willing. Have some water, my darling. And thank you so much, Nishi. Yes, that's right. That's the book, Tapping into Wealth. It uses EFT. It's a fantastic book as well as a workbook. Sanji says, I left my last job because there was no joy in it. Wasn't worth staying for just a paycheck. Kudos to you, Sanji. May your tribe increase. Elizabeth says, I am in that situation, need to bring in money for us. So learning a new job for the money. So sorry, my love. You can learn a new job for the money, but if that is your number one agenda, I'm really sorry, my love. I cannot give you much to hope for. Make a new choice. Take new action. Golden secret number 5. You know, it is incredible, my darlings, how many times I have said this in the last couple of years, and how many times it has not been utilized. Stress, anger, desperation, ill health, negativity repel money. Stress is like waiting for money. In stress, in the worry, in the anxiety, In the desperation, the money does not come. And let me tell you why. In stress, we contract. What is contraction? Everybody, please cross your arms together and just curl up. Okay, that's us in stress. Stress is a sum total of a number of fears, judgments, and some layers of anger, but primarily number of fears. You've crossed your arms, you've bent over, like you've curled over. Where is the openness for the money to come? The contracted nature of fear means we have now turned into ourselves, tightened ourselves up. You know, it's like you know there's war, so you tighten your fortress because you don't want anything to come in. That's the same kind of thing we do in fears, in stress. That contraction means I am not exposed to money. I'm not visible to money. I cannot see the money, money cannot see me. One of the things that I always recommend for those of us in dire financial situations is we don't want to manage, release, remove, let go of your stress levels on a daily basis. Because you see, stress, chronic stress over a period of time actually becomes a disorder of the mind, where the mind thinks that if I keep thinking about this solution, that if I keep getting to be this desperate, something will happen. But remember that about action? Cannot do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. Anger has the opposite action as stress and fears. What is anger? I want to explode. I want to shout at somebody. I want to throw things at somebody. I want to fling something at somebody. In an explosion, my darlings, can anything come in? How will money come in? Anger requires expression. Anger also requires release. Very angry people also have a very strong sense of self. So I have seen angry people get money, but angry people pay a huge price with their health. Acidity, heartburn, IBS, ulcers, sty, some amounts of cancer. All of these are very angry disorders in the body. If you know you have anger, work with that to start with. Ill health because my darlings, please remember, golden secret number 2. Money requires handling. In ill health, we only have enough energy and bandwidth to handle ourselves and our health. When we have a headache, can I ask you to do manifestation work around money? Can I ask you to do any manifestation work? Aren't you going to say, leave me alone? Can't you see I have a headache? Now, a headache is just a headache. Ill health is so many headaches in the body. You want to be left alone. You just want to feel better first. Ill health is not a recipe for money. For those of us who have a number of physical disorders or physical diseases or continuous and perpetual ill health showing up, you will see this show up with your money as well. On the days you're feeling better, there will be some money that will show up. Then as the health doesn't feel so good, the money goes away. Our health is wealth and vice versa. Wealth is health. If you have health, you have wealth and you will get wealth. And if you have wealth but you don't have health, the wealth will also start leaving. Taking care of ourselves is very important, and that number 1 in golden secret number 5. Taking care of ourselves starts with releasing, removing, and letting go of stress. Why is stress so dangerous in the body? Can anybody tell me? Why is stress so dangerous? We all live with it, right? Stress has become the new normal of our lives. Why is it so dangerous? And this is because I know I said a lot of things and I'm allowing you to process it. Also taking a few seconds to refresh my Facebook page to see your post. Also a few seconds to have some water. Am I audible now? And thank you, God, for the life saviors of the decrees. Thank you, my darlings. Thank you. And yes, absolutely correct. Sonji says, stress activates our fight or flight instinct, always being on high alert, not being able to calm or think clearly. Absolutely. But our fight or flight instinct is only activated under threat. If you are feeling threatened, can I ask you to do money work? Or are you going to look for a solution that says, listen, can you give me a sword? Can you give me a gun? Can you get this threat out of my way? Can you do money work in stress? Will you respond to that money work? Dipali says stress sucks all our energies. At the same time, stress is a very important survival mechanism in the body. And the key word there is survival. Stress is a primal response to threat. It gives you the options of fighting, fleeing, or freezing in order to live. For the person who's battling for their lives, which is what stress really is, and being in survival mode, how is the universe supposed to give you the energies of thrival mode? Your vibration is, oh God, please help me survive. I am feeling threatened. Please help me be safe. These are not thriving vibrations. I'll ask you again, my darlings, under threat, which is like having a headache, can I ask you to do money work? Will that even be important for you? This is how your body is responding in stress. Ramlin says, stress results in body toxicity, impacts adrenals, other body organs, emotions, for sure. And Alice says stress is negative energy only if it's chronic and stored in the body. And so I am going to give you this particular decree with the use of the word stored. See how it makes you feel. Stored stress, you can leave now. 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 Stored stress, discharged. 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 How are you all feeling? For more on stress releases, for more on the decrees, for learning to use the decrees, please do join me on the 18th. I'm going to put up my call link here. We have the Mystic Lotus Awesome Healers Training Tele Summit starting, and we're going to be starting with learning the fastest, quickest, simplest, easiest, swiftest, did I say fastest? Healing process possible in the world, and that's the decrees. You're going to learn how to use a decree. You're going to learn quite a few of the decrees, including some one-word decrees. So 18th, my darling, 6:30 p.m. IST. Make sure that you've registered if you haven't already registered. How are you doing with stress levels down? Is there relief in the body? Now, when there is relief in the body, what happens? We open up. Remember what I said about stress being the contraction? We open up. Moment we open up, the universe also opens up to us. it will send us money or a money message. When there is relief and opening in the body, how do we feel? We feel light. What did I say about lightness? It is the secret to manifestation. In the lightness, you can ask for anything and have it manifest the fastest. Lightness is the same as awareness, knowledge, wisdom, positivity. And negativity is the opposite of that. Negativity is also contractive, limiting, heavy, dark, and dense. These are therefore energies that attract more negativities. They do not attract the lightness of compliments, acknowledgements, validations, opportunities, partnerships, or money. And Gwen says, while waiting for you to come back, I saw the numbers 11, 11, 44 and 1, 11, 11. Fantastic. Kulpreet is relaxed and light. Dipali is lighter. Heather says, lots of body sensations. Alice says, more burping, feeling lighter. Susan's got deep breath and tingling in her hands. Gwen is calmer, feels like she can move forward again. Katie says, felt a release. Fantastic. Whatever else you do, my darlings, because we have various programs that have daily decrees, or whatever it is that you don't do, maybe you're not part of these programs, commit to making stress removal part of your daily care. Even if while brushing your teeth, you are just training yourself to say, stress you can leave now, stress you can leave now, stress you can leave now, stress you can leave now. Even if you're thinking it, it's okay. In the shower, water, you can wash away my stress now. Water, you can wash away my negativities now. Water, you can wash away my ill health now. Water, you can wash away my desperations now. Water, you can wash away my fears and my anger and my grief now. Just make it part of your routine. Please raise your right hand up, left palm placing downwards as if on the Bible or the Gita, or upwards on the earth. I solemnly swear and promise to take better care of myself by continuously and committedly removing stress from the body. Fantastic. I will remind you again, my darlings, next week, 18th as well as 19th. On the 19th, in fact, we're going to do a crash course in Saturn's decrees. Everybody is invited. Come along, learn the decrees, use the decrees for yourself and for your family. Beyond that, little deeper work around money, we're going to do tomorrow. One of the ways in which we can feel very contracted and limited around money, like not able to handle too much, is when we feel unworthy of it. The Worthiness Calls are a series of 3 calls. There's a call tomorrow, there's a call in September, and there's a call in October. Tomorrow's call at 6 p.m. IST is around letting go of all the ways that we feel like losers and failures. Because when we feel like a loser and failure, guess how much we can handle? And guess what we can handle? In the attitude of the loser and failure, we can only handle losing and failing. We don't feel safe having a winner's mindset. We don't feel safe having a student's mindset. The student's mindset is the mindset that allows you to unlearn, relearn, and newly learn. Let me tell you the fabulous, fabulous, fabulous offer for these calls. If you want to come for one call, you're most welcome to, my darlings. One call is right now at USD 77 instead of USD 99 and rupees 5,500 instead of rupees 7,500. But wait. Instead of that, just for USD 120 and rupees 7,700, you can get all 3 calls. So you don't have to come just for one, come for all 3. Worthiness is equal to net worthiness. It is impossible to have a good level of worthiness and not have a good level of net worthiness. It is impossible for the self-worthy person to not feel good, light, powerful, and confident about the actions they need to take to have their dream life and their dream goal and their dream bank balances. Worthiness is such a beautiful thing to work on, my darlings. It allows us to set healthy boundaries. It allows us to let go of debilitating emotions like guilt, blame, shame. It allows for us to be open to feedback and look for the signs and messages of the universe and align and co-create whatever it is that we want. All details are going to be in your replay link as well as on Facebook, and I'm going to put it up on our Telegram groups as well. Come. Everybody say, yes, I will be there. Give me your commitment. Remember, money, love, action. When you take action to invest in yourself, which is what worthiness is, and the reason I have 3 calls and not just one is because this is a sustainable action. This is an action that needs to be sustained. You can't do one worthiness call. You can, but to have that committedness to renew and anew an action, to renew and anew your worthiness. So every time we have the worthiness call, many thanks to Neelu for her fabulous readings using pendulums and cards. We will do an individual worthiness check before the call and an individual worthiness check after the call. So that means, let us say that you have 20% worthiness or 50% worthiness. We will check what that percentage is after the call as well. On the call, we will check the percentage of the group's unworthiness and worthiness and work on it. We will bring our unworthiness percentage down to 0 and our worthiness percentage to 100. On our last unworthiness call, unworthiness gone, we brought it down to 0. On tomorrow's call, we're going to take worthiness and bring it up to 100%. I can't wait to see what that does for your life. Tell me that you are feeling the same way, equally excited. Say yes and come on. Thank you so much, my darlings. It's been an absolute joy and pleasure to have had this call with you on such a marvelous, potent prosperity day. I wish you tons and tons of ease and peace, joy and lightness, magic, miracles, and of course, tons and tons of money. Big love, big hug. Namaste from India.